Across China, government employees are being told they cannot travel abroad without permission from their employer. Some workers have been ordered to hand in their passports. Congressman Rich McCormick, Republican from Georgia, joins me now. Congressman, it seems like China's closing up. Why does Beijing worry so much about foreign contact?
And this is what communist countries do. This is what theocracies do. When you're afraid of outside ideas, you close off. I have good friends of mine that were smuggled out of then Russia and USSR in the bottom of a watermelon truck because they were trying to keep people in that bad. You remember the Great Wall of Berlin and how when you have a bad country, people are going to try to get out. And I think this is just a sign of paranoia for Xi Jinping. If you recall, they have about 250,000 students just in the United States alone. And they're bringing a lot of information back to China, but to have him start to close that down and put a stranglehold on people going abroad shows you that he has a bad country with bad things in store for their people.
We're told that Xi Jinping has a lot of opposition within China. You don't see much of it, but behind the scenes, there's a considerable opposition. So is this crackdown, is this stopping of foreign travel and foreign influence, has that got something to do with his shaky position inside the country?
100%. Anybody who becomes paranoid starts eliminating their enemies. And he's locked up a lot of people over the years, probably hundreds of thousands of people. Anybody who rebels against the government or even speaks against the government, people have disappeared off the streets. They use slave labor in the western portion of China. The nefarious thing they do to their own people, let alone countries abroad, is just outrageous. He's got to be a little paranoid, though, because his economy is on a precipice of crumbling. If you look at his declining population and the housing market, they have some big problems they're going to have to face, and that's going to put him on precarious footing.
You're on the Armed Services Committee, and President Trump announced the U.S. is positioning 2 nuclear submarines closer to Russia. And then Trump has set a Friday deadline for a peace agreement between Russia and Ukraine. The onus is on Putin. The ball seems to be in Putin's court. It's up to him to respond to the deadline. What are we going to do if he doesn't?
That's a great question. I will tell you that the United States and Europe combined have about a 50 trillion GDP compared to Russia's 2. We should be crushing them economically. We should be putting massive sanctions on them. I certainly don't want to go toe-to-toe with them militarily, not that I'm worried about conventional warfare, but I very much am worried about an escalation in nuclear tensions, considering they are a nuclear power. But I also don't want to react to another ex-president. I don't want Russia reacting to Biden or Obama and anything they might say. I want to be very careful on this footing. I love the president. I want to come with the idea of peace through strength, but I also want to be very measured in our response when we talk about nuclear submarines.
So we're going, apart from nuclear submarines, we are going to put sanctions, secondary sanctions on Russia, right? Throttle them.
That's what I'm hoping. They have a lot of oil they're selling abroad to India, and that's getting kicked back to other countries. That's how they're supplying this economic side of warfare. I'd love to put the chokehold on them and make it really hurt for Russians.
Got it. Congressman, thanks very much for joining us this morning. Always appreciate it. We'll see you again soon. Thank you.
My pleasure. Semper Fi.